Welcome to Season 2 of Pod Practice, where Mama Bird alumni Quinn Feiner, Mikey Lund, and myself, Alex Atkins, talk about Ultimate from the perspective of players and coaches. We want to engage with you, so please reach out, say hi, ask a question, give some feedback. We look forward to talking with you. To reach out, follow us on Instagram or YouTube at podpractice_pod. Listen on Spotify at Pod Practice, or email us at show@podpracticepod.com. I hope you enjoy this episode.
I've got a Pretty Lights ad on my Ulti-World right now. MGM Grand Arena.
Knows you've been hanging out with me.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's funny.
EDM show? What are you talking about?
You don't know who Pretty Lights is?
I feel like I've heard you guys talk about him or her or for them.
He's not my favorite. Matty loves him, but
I do. It's like
not my favorite.
Electro soul. Like back in the day, he would do some cool electronic-y type remix, but these days he's kind of like a jam band.
It's electronic jam band.
Yeah.
Like electronic fish.
Like electronic fish.
Like kind of, yeah. Like honestly, yeah. It's odd. But he grew up in Fort Collins.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
I think he went to Fossil Ridge High School, which is like one of my neighboring rival high schools.
Mm-hmm. Go Fossils.
Which is another cool thing. What were they? Fossil Ridge, like the Saber. What were they?
Well, yeah, I mean, like back in before like this, EDM craze, he was sort of pioneering a pretty unique sound, like back in 2009, like this like soulful blend of hip hop, but like heavy bass music as well, and that like really spoke to me. And anyway, I've seen him like a bunch between 2010 to now, but very recently it's kind of changed up his sound. Like as his tastes have changed, so has his fans' tastes, and we're chillers now. We like to go to go to a show and chill.
Some of his fans are wooks. If you're not familiar with the term wooks, then you should look that up. Urban Dictionary that. But the Fossil Ridge Sabercats. I was right.
Go Sabercats.
But keep an eye out for Pod Practice playlist, maybe? Question mark. Matty and I are going to curate one. Maybe add one every week. We're thinking about it. Could be fun.
And then I'll add some lo-fi.
It could be cool to have like everybody add one song to the playlist. Like every time we record.
Even name. Like if you played my favorite song, I probably couldn't tell you the title.
That's crazy, Mike. Let her rip, baby.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Pod Practice. We're just coming off U.S. Open, 2 days after U.S. Open. Today's Tuesday. So we'll get into that a little bit. Got some shout-outs, got some fan questions, and check out this new sick merch that we got going on here, everybody. But yeah, how we doing? How we doing, guys?
I feel pretty good. Monday I didn't do any work because
same.
I got to start taking those days off because I go to work and I don't do anything. So I just need to commit and take the whole day off. So
I took it off. I had a haircut, so I just took the whole day off.
That's an all-day affair.
Yeah.
How's your body feeling, Mike?
Well, my body's actually kind of banged up because, from Grandmasters.
Yeah, I know. It's just funny timing.
Yeah.
I heard you. They asked you to do an interview at halftime of. I think it was the Canada game. And
it was the Canada game.
They were like kind of like jogging, like motioning to you, and you're like, "Hey, I can't move very fast."
That was also sort of me being just annoyed that I had to do an interview.
Yeah.
My mic is syncing. Yeah, but by the way, back-to-back champs, Johnny Walker.
Woo!
Speaking of grandmasters, and we
you're
are
gearing up for
representing
Worlds.
Yeah. I am also on Team USA, not just Quinn. I'm just representing the US in the Grandmasters division, so I have to get healthy for that, and it's coming along. Like I was limping a lot worse on Sunday than I was even yesterday, so I'm feeling ready to start working out again.
Injuries aside, like coaching a tournament is hard on your body. Quinn, you've probably never done it, have you?
No, never.
It's like strange in a strange way, yeah.
In a strange way.
I mean, you're standing up. Like sometimes.
Look at this. Look at this motherfucker. Back to back, baby.
Yeah, sometimes like standing in the sun is like just as hard as running around in the sun. To be on, like it's not even like a joke. Like it does have its difficulties.
My back hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I coached the Arkansas college team for a couple seasons, and I would be wiped out in the hotel the Saturday afterwards. So tired. So
it's surprisingly exhausting mentally. Maybe not surprising, and you're just stiff because
you're so stiff.
Yeah, you don't warm up. You just it sounds silly, but I remember when I coached in the Midwest and it was super cold. Then you're also shivering all day, so you're sore from that.
Ugh,
brutal.
God,
you don't know how easy you guys have it on the
field. I will say, I after tournaments like that, I can never eat or drink enough to like the day after. On Sunday night, I ate an entire Domino's pizza by myself, the entire pizza by myself in one sitting. And it was, I looked up like the macros on their website. It was like 2,600 calories or something like that. And I was like, I'm not even that full. And then I had like ice cream afterwards, and I'm like, I could still eat.
I went to Illegal Pete's because I go there every day, and I had picked up Jess from the airport. So I was like, I'm gonna get myself a burrito bowl, and I'm gonna get her a quesadilla. But I ate my burrito bowl
ate both
and her quesadilla. So sorry, Jess, but I needed the calories.
Yeah, I know Quinn said he was super sore as well. He's hopefully joining us soon, but he's moving. Big moving day for him.
Is he living with Buck now?
Yeah, Buck and their lady friends are all two couples together.
Wow.
And 2 dogs, I think, maybe as well.
Been there.
Yeah, you have been there.
It's fun. It's hectic. Yeah.
Sweet. Should we jump into some shout outs here?
Yeah, so we were just at US Open, obviously, as we were talking about, and thanks to a ton of you for saying hi. Yeah, it does mean a lot. Sorry if I seem standoffish ever, or
he's just socially awkward.
Yeah, I'm just honestly, I'm just really shy. Like, if I meet you in person, I do appreciate it, but I'm more likely just scared of you than anything.
Plus, he's locked in.
Yeah, honestly, that is also a thing.
Yeah,
I do kind of I will actually lose my temper when even our own teammates and coaches, but especially like friends and family, if they're talking to me on the sideline midpoint. But oh, that's good to know what you're typing there.
Yeah.
Rowan from the YCC Buddha team.
From Dig? No, I'm kidding.
Not a different Boston Rowan. Thanks for saying hi. For me, I know. Let's see. I'll let you guys go in a second. Lotto Modest, Lotto, and a couple others. I think Dingo said hi. Paul, I think your last name's Nusi, from Mutiny, South Africa. So all across the world.
Said hi to me too. Midpoint on the field. It was windy as fuck, and we just both want to die, and nobody wants to play, and we're just sitting there. He goes, "Hey man, I like the pod." I'm like, "Thanks, dude."
We talked for quite a while after the men's final, I think he's traveling out in California right now. Who else said hi? Who said hi to you guys?
For me, Phil Turner from the Canadian national team said hi. He wasn't playing, unfortunately, but I think he's going to be playing at Worlds is his hope. So thanks, Phil. And then a DC kid who I don't know your name. If you're listening, you said hi to my mom, and she texted me about you. So that's awesome. Thank you.
How did she know who your mom was?
I don't know. Let me pull up this text and see what my mom said. She said, I was talking to this high school kid from DC during the semi game, and he was asking me who I am. And I told him I was there to see Bravo, and that he was my mom. And she said, "I know him. I've watched his podcast." Is what she wrote.
Nice.
So thanks, DC kid. And then Dallin Opperman DM'd me a question, so appreciate the DMs. And then Matty saying, actually, this is kind of funny. He texted Kins and I think it was on Saturday or Sunday, and he had found our like a play sheet from one of our previous games.
I think I know exactly what it is. So, speaking of my own shyness, before the third place game, and as the women's Fury and DC are coming to the fields to warm up, and they played finals where we played the semifinals. And I left the clipboard there.
Yeah,
I know exactly where I left
clipboard.
it. Yeah, it's Joe's clipboard, and he had to go home to take care of his new baby boy, August. So he left me in charge of it, and of course I lost it immediately. And I saw the Fury sideline coming, and I was like, I should go say hi to Matty, and I should ask him if he happened to see this, but and
you ran instead.
I just ran.
And he did have the clipboard because I have a picture from him of the clipboard. That's so funny, actually.
Oh, Mike.
Oh, Mike.
Let's see. Actually, a parent and coach from, I think, the New Jersey area, though, also said hi, Graham. When I went to watch the Cutthroat boys play Utah. It was a good game. They didn't pull it out, unfortunately. And then a Cutthroat player, Finn. He was wearing my cleats. So good to see you out there, Finn.
The Mercurials?
Yeah,
the Lemonades.
The Lemonades
that probably sick. Are the reason why I'm injured, honestly.
But you're sick.
Good luck, Finn.
So sick.
And then I guess we can shout out Kins's. Well, I don't know how to say it.
What is SEPTA? What does it stand for?
Hold on. It has to.
It stands for something, right?
Eastern Pennsylvania Disc Association? That's just a guess.
Nice. That's pretty lame if that's what it is. They have to have like a mascot or something, right?
Did you guys watch the game?
I have not watched it.
They looked really good.
Dude, kids are good these days. Kids are good these days.
Oh my gosh. It's really crazy to see how good they are.
The Utah kids look good. The Cutthroat look good too.
Yeah,
for sure. And I know a number of them are going to CU next year, so shout out to you guys.
Nice.
Is that the team that Kins played for? Is that his YCC team?
No, he played for like Forge or Philly Forge, I believe, and I think it was mixed.
I thought he played for something called like Baba Ganoush or something. I wish he was here because I swear to God he has like some sort of
No, he does. That's
He
a different
does.
team. I
Oh,
think.
okay,
Yes,
okay.
I think that's a different thing. That's fucking hilarious, though.
Baba Ganoush.
Yeah, no, that is something. That is, you're right. That is something.
Okay. Well, maybe he'll join.
And then I guess the final shout out. Thank you to everybody who's been messaging me unexpectedly about I've gotten probably a dozen requests asking for me to send them the document I wrote on Dominator stuff. But
That's kind of a lot.
I don't think it's like I think it's something I would share, but it's not in a shareable format because it's very scattered.
We'll get it in the BE Ultimate Playbook at some point. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll
Honestly,
do something similar. Actually, as you guys know, I just ordered a drone. It's here. It's in my living room, charging right now.
So sick.
So maybe we'll film some content around.
did you see all the drone footage from this past weekend? I mean, I know
the Revolver game, you see?
Yeah, but that guy filmed like a bunch of games.
Benson.
Oh, no, I didn't
Shout
see
out Benson Dastrup.
Yeah.
Dude,
Big Ben.
so yeah, I found his YouTube channel. It's like Flatball Club or something.
And he just posts them all?
Yeah, they're sick because they're like in 4K.
Damn.
Yeah, so I watched a couple games like Machine Revolver crossover. I think Bent played Canada. I don't know. We should link it, his YouTube channel at some point because
For
For sure. Benson's the man. He's been really nice to us for I don't know, half a decade now. And I think he's dedicated to Revolver this year, but has been with Machine in the past.
Gotcha. Yeah, we bumped into him before, like at when the first round was going, and he was like getting his drone fired up, and we were like, "Hey, I don't know if you can use a drone here." Because like the Buckley Air Force Base is next to, and he said that he had been like hounding Buckley Air Force Base for like a couple months to get permission. So anyway,
Yeah,
he knows what he's
Benson
doing.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah. On that note, too, we should shout out Garrett, the other film guy. He was around filming too, and he's got a new Instagram, Garrett Bush Productions. If you're interested in giving him a follow, supporting him, he's I don't know if he still plays that much, but he's an old slowcore guy and a good dude. So shout out him as well.
Does he live around here, or is he in California?
No, I think he's in California. Somebody flew him out for U.S. Open.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I should out. Benson said he messaged me, said his pseudonym for his online presence is Martin Wood. Is that what his?
Oh, that's funny.
Is that what his YouTube channel is called or something?
I don't think so, but definitely his like Reddit and little username.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah, is Martin Wood. Which I wonder if that means anything.
Before we jump into U.S. Open recap, should I show off all of the different merch we have at B Ultimate?
Yeah, let's freaking show it off, man.
Thanks, B. By the way, go to beultimate.com. Well, obviously, t-shirt that Matty's wearing.
Good quality, heavyweight.
Yeah,
Nice.
I like their t-shirts.
Yeah, that stuff's actually super nice.
The hats that we're wearing. And
You can get it in all the styles as well. Yep.
I'll just put the hoodie up, even though Quinn's wearing it. And then the reversible. So
The reversible is sick, man. Oh, did you cut yours, Mike?
yeah,
Let's go, dude.
Gotta let that belly breathe.
Yeah.
The
Dude,
white
the reversible is really
the
sick.
front,
clean.
the white side, then a little anime logo on the back. And by the way, I haven't forgotten about a bunch of free T-shirts that I owe people. I am gonna
We're getting there.
Yeah, that's a separate order. I promise those are coming.
Sick.
All right. Where should we start with U.S. Open? Should we start with that? Just talk about our games first, and
Yeah, we'll do our games first, and then we can do big thoughts.
Okay.
Start from the top. I can start to give my thoughts on our games.
Yeah.
So we had a first round bye, and the Australian national team did not have a first round bye, which is
Tough.
fucking absurd.
Yeah.
Like it seems like they could have done something to get them a first round bye, and made us play in the first round, but whatever. Then we played them our first game, and they're good. They're good. They're actually very good. I was pleasantly surprised. We played well against them. I don't know a ton of their players' names, so I don't have any like specific shout outs. I know they have this like older dude on their team.
Yeah.
Which is he's like almost 50 years old and he's out there ripping, so that's fucking sick.
So as I get older, like older players that have shown like incredible longevity are the ones that like I look up to now. And so his name is Tom Rogacki, and he's 47, and his first like World Ultimate and Guts Championship tournament was in 1998.
That's
which
wild.
Is bananas.
That's the year I was born.
That's the year you were born. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
He's generally regarded as the GOAT of the Australian GOAT. Is that right?
Yeah. I'm not super plugged in, but anytime I've watched like a international tournament, like, yeah, Tom Rogacki is just a living legend. So it was. They
were missing Cupcake too, which is like.
I guess he's not playing, or is he just
not playing at all? I think he's playing.
Oh,
So like they are going to be even better with him. I'm assuming, obviously.
A lot will be able to play D for them.
Yeah,
when Cupcake's back. I was pretty impressed with Sam McGuckin. He was number 35.
Yeah,
he kind of was all over the field.
They'll be good. And I mean, not to jump around too much, but like just in contrast to the Canadian team that we played, I guess I would expect Canada to do better at Worlds, just based on our two games that we played.
Better than the Dingoes. Yeah, I think that's accurate, but I don't think they're too far off, to be honest. Like they're very solid.
Yeah.
And like our game, like I think we were 15-10 or 15-11, and it like we made a couple big plays and they had a couple big plays like slip through their fingers, so it could have been like way closer, I think.
Definitely.
We're up 14-9 and got broken twice in a row.
Hell yeah. Good for us, man.
Did we put on did we just let O keep playing, or did we sub on
I think Voyager, our D-line, closed it out.
Yeah, good for us. I don't remember that, but
I don't remember that either.
Voyager, which is the name of our like swing line or like whatever you want to call it, O prime line, I thought played well this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think so. It's like the D lines. It's like D line people and me is basically what the line is.
So I think
we I didn't like how we played in the Canada game when we played O, but whatever.
Yeah, but it's like a whole different feeling
to play O.
Yeah,
versus to cross over to play O. Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's so weird. Pressure.
Is it pressure? Maybe that's it.
I think it is implicit or not. Like whether you're thinking about it or not, whether you feel it or not. I think it's like there is something about being the O line. Like there is something about it, and I think everybody is affected by it, no matter what. Like it's tough. It's just hard to be the O line, man. It's hard.
Sure. Yeah. And then
So,
was our second game?
shout out Dingoes. That was a great game. Really fun. To be honest, I'm shocked you guys came all the way here for a tournament like 3 weeks before Worlds. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I would be caught dead doing that. But
I didn't even
good
think
for you
about
guys.
that.
Good for you guys. I would not have fucking done that. But that's sick. Then we played Revolver. Damn, tough one.
That was weird.
It was
we
an odd
broke
game.
first.
Yeah, first point of the game, right?
Well,
oh wait,
we were up. So we were up 6. I think we were up 6-4 with the disc on the goal line to break, or we were up 6-5 with the disc on the goal line to break, and basically got stalled out. That's the one that Nanda tried to weave into you, Quinn.
Oh,
that would have been back-to-back breaks. Yeah.
Yes. They dropped a pull and then they missed a centering pass.
Tough sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Nanda basically got stalled out.
So we were at 7s receiving. They pulled it out of bounds, so we had the disc half field.
I catch like a 25-yard under.
Yeah.
And then I fucking turn it.
What, 2 passes later?
Because you were on the sideline.
Guys.
Yeah, I was on the sideline, and we just I missed nut on a. It was. I've been thinking about that one a lot.
You tried to throw an inside off the line.
Yeah, to Aylin, and I put it too far behind Aylin.
Yeah, so the kid that laid out and got that block, like Saeed was chirping him all game.
That kid was a little turd, dude. That kid was a little turd. He not so this I don't know who this kid is. His name is
I looked him up. Hold on.
What's his name?
Let me see. He played at UC Santa Cruz.
Let
me look him up.
And he's a solid player.
He's the guy that had to apologize.
So he basically jumped on Nut's back after they broke us. Not in a they're not friends. He was celebrating and was jumped on Nut. And screamed in his face basically, and then apparently Revolver made him do the walk of shame over to Nut 25 yards away and apologize, which is fucking hilarious.
That is funny.
God, what is his name?
Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
Find it. But Revolver, honestly, very good. Their defense always gives us trouble. They play a very, very solid switchy defense, and it's hard to navigate, in my opinion. With Bravo, not a hot take that we're not good at junk offense, and they do it well, and they also made a few big plays. Mike Ing skied the pants off of Kuhlman. An incredible catch. They made some plays. The game could have gone either way. It was 15-13. It was a really, really close game. I was pretty happy, not as happy as I could be with a loss. I wasn't okay, they beat us. It was just that was a close game and they came out on top. It could have gone either way so easily. So I wasn't really upset about that one too much.
That was the high point of their weekend because they beat the Dingoes, they beat us, and then they got crushed by Machine in the crossover.
Yeah,
then lost to Rhino in quarters. Lost to the Dingoes, and then lost to Pony. So they basically...
I think they were...
Oh, boy.
Kind of bad losses, too. I think some of them. Yeah. Somebody needs to study fucking crossover games. Seeding crossover games. I'm almost I legit, want to play a pre-quarter at US Open. I don't want to play the crossover. It's so hard to... play a good game.
Explain what the format is.
So basically, if you win your pool, you play a crossover game for seeding purposes, and that's the only purpose of the game. And you're usually playing another 1 seed. You're always playing another 1 seed in a pool. So they had to play Machine. It's at the end of the day. It's at 3:15. It's hot as shit. The game essentially means nothing. There's no consequence. And of course it means it has, it has implications for rankings and all that stuff, but it's so hard. It is so hard to play your best game in those crossover games. Impossible. Nigh impossible. So to play I think like a pre-quarter with like actual consequence, I guess unless you're ring, sorry fellas, is better in my opinion. I just like, I don't want to play in that game that doesn't mean anything, that's hard to get up for, that nobody really wants to play in my opinion. That's kind of, I don't know.
Dig also got screwed because didn't Truck and Dig have to play a pre-quarter?
They sure did, because Truck lost to Pony.
Yeah, so
That's crazy.
So
yeah,
pick your poison.
We kind of got away with one, dude. To be honest, and
Sure.
you know, we don't have to think about the purpose of a 1v1 crossover. And as much as I like the Mutiny guys, I don't think they would feel bad for me saying that they're just not at the level of the other teams at the tournament. And we played Mutiny in pre-quarters.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I'm feeling that way too. But like, those crossover games are just such a trap. I think they're just such a trap.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, no, I was impressed with Revolver, honestly.
Yeah, his name is Toby Warren.
Toby, yeah, Toby, that's his name.
Yeah.
Shout out Toby.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
So, but Saeed was chirping him because I think he had to borrow someone's jersey, and he was just like swole, busting out of it.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Anyway,
it's so funny.
Yeah, they'll be good. I mean, they are good.
Yeah, they feel like they're in right now. It feels like there's like, I don't know, 2 tiers of like teams that could win it, and like I think they're in like the second tier, like the 1B tier, like with us, of teams that could win it. And I think like 1A right now is like Machine and Truck, or just Truck. I don't even know if I put Machine in it. I think I would, just because I think they're really fucking good.
But the roster, Machine's rosters.
So I think like 1A right now is Machine and Truck. And if you want to just make it Truck, that's fine too. And then 1B is like us and Revolver and Pony and
Rhino,
and I don't know. Can we put
Dig.
Ring, or does Ring go in 2? Does
I
Dig go
believe
in 2? No, I would put Ring and Dig
Dig.
in those as well.
Yeah,
I believe in
and could
them.
definitely win.
Yeah, and then are we forgetting someone too? I feel like we're forgetting
Probably.
But
Whatever.
there's a lot of good teams this year. There really is. There
Yeah.
really is. Like, I think there's like 8 teams that are like, okay, those guys could win it.
It's like it just comes down to matchup, because
seriously,
like Pony beat Truck,
we beat Pony,
and we beat Pony.
Yeah, we won US Open.
That's how it works.
Yeah, and then we played Mutiny. I don't know if we need to talk about that one too much. It was windy. It was a shit game. It was
Sloppy.
whatever, sloppy. It was,
The Mutiny guys, did you hear them describe? I mean, you probably would have lost your mind if they did this to us, Quinn, but after a timeout, they said that they set up their stack on the attacking the wrong end zone on purpose.
Oh my God. Yeah. I like those guys, but they shouldn't be at that tournament. I'm just going to be honest. Like, they just shouldn't. Sorry, fellas.
I'm glad I got to meet a lot of you.
Yeah, no, totally. But it's just like, I think like it's
I really like the international nature of the tournament.
Yeah.
So, and like, I just field a tougher team, or stronger team.
Yeah, because I don't know. For me, it feels I like the international nature of it too. But for us, it's like half our games were international games, so we went 1-2 in rankings after losing in semis.
Tough.
We went 1-2 in rankings.
Yeah, so
like it's going to be fine because we beat Pony, and that's going to be good for our ranking. And we lost a close one. Like it's not going to be a big deal, but that's kind of tough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we woke up and played Pony in quarters, which was a great game.
I thought we were going to win by more going into the second half.
Yeah, I mean they're so good though. Like,
yeah,
even with all the like the roster turnover that everybody's talking about, they're still so good. Like, they're still so solid. I think they might have the ability to put out the scariest D line in club right now. In my opinion,
like from a defensive standpoint, and
yeah, like for players that actually play D line for them, like it's like Cam Wariner, Jabron.
Is it? Do you know how to pronounce your own teammate's name?
It's Wariner.
It really? Seriously?
Is it
I know
not?
it's spelled with an I, but
Is it Cam Warner?
that's what I thought.
Maybe I don't. I thought it was Wariner. I don't know. But it's Cam. It's Jabron. Just those two, like, that's a huge deal. But they can put out such a strong D line. I think they can put out one of the scariest D lines.
Conrad.
You another
some, like, if Ben wants to play D.
Do you want to put JR out there? Like, dude, they are so solid. Joshua Steven-Stein. Twan's playing D.
Oh, holy shit!
Like, dude, like they can put out such a good D line, and
that's
so
probably why they match up the
big
best against
too.
Truck right now, because
like legit, I think they could put out the best D line.
But well,
you guys are just
not to skip too far ahead, but Truck. I actually do really like Truck's personnel.
I do too,
defensively, and then like if AJ and Thomas are playing that, like throwing that well.
God, fucking year. Thomas, dude.
Yeah, those two are playing so great right now.
Yeah.
They're playing some of the best frisbee.
Yeah,
probably of their lives right now. So,
yeah. But in the pony game, I feel like we kind of we're good against Mandy, regardless of like how good the matchups are. Like Jabron is like a perfect matchup for me. I think I still played super well in that game. Kins caught like 4 deep goals. I think I caught like essentially 4 deep goals. It was just like they played hard man and we were able to make plays. And I think that's kind of the story of the game for it. And that's the type of ultimate that I love is fucking that, dude. That was so fun. Like just like playing man and just going at it, like playing revolver. I'm just like, God, these guys like somebody just guard me 1-on-1 and they won't, because they can't. Fuck you guys. And it's just like it's not quite as fun, but you know they beat us, so maybe it's better to do that.
Quinn's just a meathead.
Yes, yeah. I seriously, like I just want to play 1-on-1. That's what I want to do. Bunch of cowards playing fucking junk and zone and stuff.
That game could have gone either way though, as well.
Definitely.
Sure. Like they had that goal line. Turf, was it? I forget.
Yeah, Cam to Jabron
to break and to tie us. I think
that would have taken it to 14s.
Yeah. Marquez playing O is interesting. He was
playing a lot of D too, and that's like another dude that you can put on D. And like he over the last couple years, he has gotten way. I don't know about way better. He's gotten significantly better. He's turned himself into like a very, very, very good club player. But as before, I was like, yeah, he's good, but he's like, I'm not too worried about it. But like now he's legit very good.
His throws are nice.
Very nice.
He's really good in the air.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think he like gets called as like a handler defender often. And
yeah,
I'm not playing O anymore, but like occasionally when he would come down, he would guard me because I was like a reset handler. And he'd clamp me because he's long. He's long as fuck, long. Dude. I would like quadruple cut, and, like get away from me.
And it's worth noting, like Kocher wasn't playing at full strength, didn't play the whole game. Jimmy wasn't playing too, so like they're just gonna get better. Like
totally,
yeah. They had a good Dom set too that we couldn't stop.
Yeah.
What, JR, Sam Little, and somebody?
Oof.
I don't remember who else.
It's tough.
Ben Katz or like Sean Mott, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow, they have a lot of good players.
They're so good.
Still have a lot of good players.
Good still, yeah. Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, we just like in the Revolver game, Revolver just made more plays than us. I think we just made more plays than them in that game, and that's what tipped it in our favor. But it really could have gone either way.
Felt good.
Felt really good. Yeah, and I don't know what it is about that game, but everybody was talking so much shit to each other. To be honest, like it was crazy. They didn't really have an answer for Kins, which if I were them, I would have had Cam on Kins and put somebody else. Cam was on Nut. And Nut, like, Cam is way more athletic than Nut. Everybody knows this. I'm not insulting Nut. Cam is like one of the best athletes in the game, in my opinion. But Nut just gets open with his mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think like Cam on him was a good idea, in my opinion. I don't know. I think they should have had Cam on Kins, because as soon as they had like Conrad or Cam on Kins, it seemed like Kins had a little bit more trouble, but he didn't have trouble with the other people that were on him. So
you're welcome, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just giving away
trade secrets.
Well, it's all right.
It's all right.
We'll adjust.
They still won't stop us.
And that was the last time we won.
Yay. And then we had a double round bye and had to sit in the sun for 6 hours before we played again.
So then we played truck and semis.
They cooked our asses, dude. They're so good.
So did you know we had 6 turnovers on offense and they had 5 breaks?
Good for them.
And our D-line turned it once. We only got the disc twice from them. We had 1 break, though.
Yeah, I was out there for that. I didn't do anything, but I was out there. We broke the first point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good for
us. Good for us.
I didn't do anything. Yeah, no, they're so good. I just
yeah.
I want to play offense like them. I want to do everything like them.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
I love watching them play.
Evan Leffler made this comment on the broadcast. I went back and rewatched. I also watched the Truck Rhino broadcast. But his comment was basically like, had we as Bravo not had like the game of our lives.
Dude, I heard that. I was so pissed about that.
He told that to me.
To be honest.
After we were walking away from I was walking away from
also
the field
was like he also was like, if Truck didn't like lay a goose egg in offensively, it's like, no, fuck off, dude. Like, we played good defense. Like, don't whatever.
So without we played the game of our lives both offensively and defensively, and I totally think we earned the win in 2022. But to his point, the point he was making was that like, had Truck won that game and then also gone on to win in 2023, we'd be looking at them as like the modern day, like dynastic program, like a revolver.
I feel like people still look at them like that.
I do, but like when you zoom out and just look at it like a wins-loss column, I mean, I guess time will tell. Like if they win again this year,
it's clear that they've been the best team over the last 3 years.
Yes.
Agreed. So I mean, like, I remember, Sunday morning before our national championship game with them, deliberately changing some of our D schemes to give them fits.
And it did.
So, yes.
So, yeah.
They could have played better, but we also were playing the best. We peaked at the right time, as they say.
Yeah. That's
anyway.
I mean, they were the better team, but we won, and we won for a reason. It wasn't just because they lost it, in my opinion. But
I'm not going to argue that they're not the best team right now or haven't been the best team either. So, interesting point.
They played a lot of hard man too, and Troy Holland was on me a lot. But I love Troy, and he's a fan of the pod too. So I love you, Troy. But I scored on him deep a couple times, and I think like the second or third time I scored on him deep, he turns to his sideline and goes, "Guys, I don't think I can play island defense like this anymore." And I said, "It's tough out there, Troy." And he said, "It really is." It was really funny. But yeah, I mean, their offense is unmatched. Dude, the way they run it,
it's crazy.
It's really crazy. I mean, yeah, I think like Johnny and Jock
they're the truth.
Stupid. I think Johnny is maybe one of the best maybe the best player in the world. Yeah,
I think he's. I mean, it's tough to compare, but like,
yeah,
I think Box it may be the best player in the world. Like,
yeah, they're so different,
but they're so different.
They're so different. Box is obviously incredible. That him running down that huck to beat us was stupid.
Yeah.
It was stupid. Yeah. But that throw as well, like just full field, just
on a shelf,
nose up, just sat there for him. Like, yeah.
Are you talking about Thomas?
No, it's Johnny threw that.
Oh, John. Which throw?
The throw to beat us.
Yeah.
And I mean, the way Thomas was throwing in that game, it feels like they've just kind of given him the keys to like do whatever he wants on the D line, and it works. Like he throws high difficulty throws all the time, and they work all the time, and it's pretty hard to stop. Like
that flick hook that he had to Alexon Fall. That like I thought that was going to be just a duck. But it was
perfect.
A dot.
Yeah, he throws a lot of really, really tight windows or windows that like aren't even there, and it works. He's pretty sick.
Yeah, they're good.
They're good. Yeah. Did you guys see Joe White's stat line from the weekend?
Mm-mm.
So stupid. It's so stupid.
Should I look it up?
Here,
yeah, you should.
I have it right here.
Not many people had like double doubles. It was like I had a double double. But my double double does not compare to Joe White's.
Okay, here we go. He had 18 goals and 11 assists.
Yeah.
So pretty good.
And I had like 10. I had like 11 goals and 10 assists, or maybe they flipped.
Let me see if I can find you. I will say these stats aren't completely accurate.
They're definitely not.
Because somebody gave me a turnover, and I was happy on having a 0 turnover weekend.
Yeah, no, they're definitely not accurate, but
yeah, you were 10 and 11. Goals and assists.
Did anybody else have a double double
on our team?
No, just at the tournament. Who else had? Probably Roth.
Let's see. Sam McGuckin had 18 goals.
Who is that the guy on? That's the guy on the Dingoes, right?
Dingoes.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
But only 5 assists.
Rafi had a quiet weekend.
Except that catch in the final. Oh my God,
that was insane, bro.
one of the craziest plays I have ever seen.
Over Musa
under Musa,
I guess.
One of the craziest plays I've ever seen, to be like completely honest.
Kins was 15 goals, 9 assists, by the way. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Do you want to describe that play?
Yeah, I mean, Hatchet threw it to him, but Musa was literally in front and on the disc side of it, and Rafi somehow caught up and bid around him and caught it. Like he was literally disadvantaged horizontally and vertically on the field to the ball, to a big good defender. And he just like bid around him and caught it and stood up and was like, "Yep, that's me. I got it."
Yeah. Rafi does that stuff. It doesn't surprise me anymore.
No,
that wasn't
crazy.
Even my favorite play from that game.
The big layout block on
Vin Bowie.
Balks. Yeah, dude. Craziness.
Dude, I swear I dream about that shit, dude.
Me too. I want to get one of those blocks so bad. I never will.
The anticipation around or up line that you just
insane.
Sell out for.
It was insane.
Dude, that got me fired up.
Yeah. Worth mentioning that Thomas Edmonds had 12 assists on the D line too.
That's crazy.
Wild.
Crazy. Yeah, I think like maybe all tournament line for me. Joe, I didn't play against Joe White or see him play at all, but that stat line is insane. So Joe, OJ Samar is insane. He's a really good player.
He did have a double too, by the way. If you didn't say that.
He did. Yeah.
When we were playing Canada, I made a comment about Malik, and Kins was like, "Who is that guy?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
What are you talking about?
We just lost to him.
Yeah.
He plays for Machine. He was like, he plays for Machine?
Yeah.
I was like, Kins, what are you
Yeah. No, he's
talking about?
the second best Canadian behind Thomas Edmonds, in my opinion.
Malik is good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Johnny
Malik also
obviously
kinda can do both a little bit better than Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He's just such a physical opponent.
Yeah, definitely. Elliot Bonet, is the truth. I think he's really, really good.
He's good.
He's very good, and he fits into that offense really well, which I think is a little bit harder to do than it looks. I think fitting into that is a little bit harder to do than it looks, and he does it very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So you're doing your all tournament line? Is that what you're doing?
I was trying, and we were talking, and now my brain is all jumbled.
Is this all tournament line of people you played against, or you?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to. I mean, I'm going to put Joe in there just because of his stat line, but I was going to do it people we played against. Other than that,
Will Laurie had 15 goals, baby.
Yeah, he had like 3 in the first half of the final.
Yeah. Do you guys know that
they pooped?
Sorry, I keep interrupting.
Go ahead.
Do you guys know the trick to see all teams aggregated into one list?
Do I just click the? No,
yeah, you just click on match report, right?
Tell me.
Well, then you see the 2 teams, but you can see all teams, all players from all teams.
Okay.
If you go to the stupid USA Ultimate website,
that sucks ass.
Okay.
If you click on the USA Men's Championship, if you go to the brackets,
okay,
and then click on the the thing that says like G2 or G1, the matchup. And for some reason, if you click there, it shows you all players from all teams listed.
You can just click match report on any of the matches as well, and it'll do the same thing.
Oh, that'll show you everybody?
On the right side.
Oh,
there you go.
How many people do I get for my all tournament line?
I guess
5?
7.
7? Is that 7. How many?
Yeah. That's how many you put on the line.
People are on the line.
I guess that's a good point. That's stupid of me. Am I excluding Bravo players?
Sure.
No.
Let's do it just for diplomacy.
Okay. All right. Joe White. It's going to be half of Truck Stop.
Yeah, it would be for me too.
You can only take 3 from Truck.
Okay, Joe White, box. I can only take 3. Box. Thomas, Johnny.
There you go. They're done.
There's my 3.
And you didn't even put Jacques Nissen on there.
I know.
I know. I probably would have put Jacques.
Fucking absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm not
Honestly,
gonna.
AJ was fucking crazy.
AJ was good too. OJ Samar. I have 2 more spots.
He was good.
Oh man, I'm trying to think from who the one person from Pony I want to put on there.
Yeah, who do you put on there?
Oh,
maybe like a Sam Little or something.
I was thinking Sam Little, but in our game, I don't think he had a huge.
Dude, did you see him in the Dominator?
Yeah, you're right. He's so good. Yeah, give me Sam, and I'm gonna put myself on there.
There you go.
I'm just gonna put myself on there.
No Bravo guys with me.
It's okay. I would put you on it. I would put you on it. Easy.
I'd love to watch.
I'd put both Kins and I on it, honestly, but
no disagreements from.
I kind of thought Kins had a quiet weekend, but he did fill up the stats. I wish I could have watched Dave Murray play a little bit more.
He's super good.
Very good.
Low-key freaking. I didn't even say anything from Revolver. Like, I didn't even.
Let's look at their. Let's look.
Like, there's people.
Mac had 12 assists.
Mac had a lot of assists.
But they just play a little more balanced, I guess.
Like Ing,
Yeah.
And I shout out Jason Valley. Me and him are good buddies. I love Jason. And he, in our game, he was really, really effective against us.
No, they're
Yeah.
good.
I feel like Anton Orm was super. I wouldn't put him on the all like tournament line, but he was super effective against us too. I think he's great. Yeah. Damn. And I didn't even say anybody from fucking Rhino, and Rhino got second.
Well, we didn't play Rhino.
Yeah, we didn't play Rhino.
And we did play Revolver, and we lost to Revolver, but we were the high point for them. So like,
yeah. I was watching the final at home with Devin, and I was like, what is Jack Hatchett doing on the O line? And he had quite a few turns. He had like quite a few turns, and I'm like, what is he doing on the O line? And as soon as I said that, he turned it, but then he got it back, just like running past someone on the under. I'm like, that's why you fucking put him on D. He's like one of the best defenders in the world. Like, what is he doing on the O line? Like, I'm sorry, you don't need him on that O line. You already got Rafi and Will and Ing, and you just don't need him.
Well, they're a high variance O line, so they need somebody to get it back.
I guess, man. Jesus, there was somebody on the O line, Rhino's O line, who I didn't know who was good.
Was it Trevor?
Like number 22, maybe tall, younger looking guy.
They don't have a 22.
Fuck.
There's a 27.
It might be 21.
Spencer Latarski.
Latarski. I can't remember who it was, but there was somebody on the O-line that I was impressed with that I didn't know who it was. He threw like an around flick on the sideline for a goal, on like the right sideline for a goal. He also threw a huck to Hatchet for a goal going the other way. But he looked good.
Not Micah?
No.
I bet it.
I know
I wonder
Micah.
if it was Trevor Smith. Was he was a handler?
Yeah, he was handling.
Probably Trevor Smith.
I'll have to text Will.
Trevor Smith like center handles for them.
It was a younger dude, I'm pretty sure.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
They didn't throw a lot of assists that game, so.
All right, sweet. Anything else on
Matty? How did you feel about your weekend? You were
Matty played some of the best defense of his career, in my opinion.
By the way, we lost the Revolver game despite Matty dominating on defense.
Dominating. Was that you had to lay out D? I don't remember the last time I saw you get a layout D, let alone in the handler set, Matty.
You've probably
and
never
then Tape
seen
turned it first fucking throw.
You've probably never seen me get a lay. That's not true. We've been teammates where I have, but it's been a while. It's been a long while. I don't know.
You get
man.
that block. That break would have put us up, right? We were still tied at that point.
That would have put us on serve, but we still would have needed to break to win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Unfortunately, it was a first throw turn.
Out the back of the end zone.
Right. And Tape said it's because he thought the back of the end zone was the front of the end zone.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Love you, Tape.
So just tough situation. I liked the D line that I was on this weekend. I felt like we're just like a piece away from being really dominant. Like we're missing
Grant Lindsley.
We are missing Grant.
Dan Landesman, Akin Arnstein, I don't know, Chance Cocker maybe.
I just, for the D-line specifically, like probably like a Jarv or a Chance, you know?
Oh yeah, Jarv, I forgot about that guy.
That guy's good. So the playing D is starting to feel better. Now that I'm like in like a D-line specific headspace. So yeah, I felt like I personally had a good tournament.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Very good.
And I definitely do better with I really appreciate everybody giving me the love and the positive feedback because I like that sort of motivation. Like I think about Kins and you can kind of like dig at him a little bit and it'll fire him up, you know?
Yeah, he's easy to dig at.
I'm not like that. Like if you pour the compliments on me, I'm like,
Yeah.
Gotta go work out. Yeah, gotta. So anyway, I'm really enjoying playing defense, and I don't know that I would have expected that, honestly. So, yeah, fun tournament.
Yeah. It's not too late to reinvent your game. It's never too late.
The conditioning workouts seem to be paying off. I don't know if you can tell. Like last game of the weekend, Canada, like everybody's tired, and it seems like a late stall, and then Matty just zips up line, and then throws a goal. I think right afterwards to break.
Yeah. Thanks, Grant.
Yeah,
I'm just doing Grant's workouts.
running Grant's workouts.
But yeah,
not only honestly though, it's not just the defense. For me, it's like the style of O that I want us to be playing on the turn. Like we do have some shooters on the line, and sometimes I'm kind of bummed with it, especially if it's a turnover. But I think that we need to give our D lines a chance to play that style once a possession, because there's also cascading effects of tiring out the O lines that we really are trying to strive for.
Yeah, I need to go back and rewatch some film. The biggest thing for our D line offense was spacing. Like basically, we just get so compressed,
like a kid soccer team.
Yeah, like a kid soccer team, and it really is chaos. So, I think if we were to like watch film as a group, that would be helpful, because we could be like, hey, this is what we're doing. We're just like accordion. We're like compressing like an accordion. Like we need to stretch out. Anyway, I thought I appreciate. I know it frustrated Quinn a little bit, but I appreciated you guys letting us play as a D line, as an O line, the first half of the Canada game, because getting the back to back reps is good for our confidence, and it's good for good strategy.
Yeah, that's a good point. We totally forgot about the third place game. So we played our D line, our swing line, on offense the whole first half. Both of these guys, Matty and Quinn, are on that line. We played well the first quarter, I'd say, and then in my opinion, tried to force some shots that we just didn't need to. Really, we've been down 6-8.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what Quinn was alluding to at the beginning. Like the O line has it tough in the sense that like they got to be perfect from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. When you put a swing line out there, it's just like, hey, just go be perfect for 1 point.
Yeah.
And then you can right the ship. So yeah, letting us play a half, even, we didn't even play a full game. We just played a half. It was tough to sustain being that good, even for just 8 points.
Yeah.
I'm curious what you guys felt. To me, on the sidelines, it felt like the D line, that Voyager line was starting to feel like it felt rushed, and it felt like there was this urgency, or almost panic style of play. Frantic, maybe.
Yeah, it didn't feel like we could break the mark well. In my opinion, it didn't feel like we could. I think the construction line, I don't think we had enough throwers. I know and it was like one of the first times playing together. I just think we a little cloggy. Just it didn't feel good. It just felt hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because like I needed to adjust from playing with the O line to then playing with that line because it's just different. But I struggled. I struggled to get to be effective with that line. And also like shout out Mike McKenzie who played very good D on me in my opinion in that game. But I struggled to affect the game in a positive way on that line.
Yeah. I mean, it's exactly what you're saying. Like, you're still cutting like you're on offense.
Yeah.
And so when you're on our O line, Nut or Kins or any of those people can hit you on the field, like wherever you're cutting to.
Yeah.
Like I think the first point of the game we centered to me, and like I couldn't hit you.
They were spongy though.
They were.
Well,
but I still need to be able to hit that.
Yeah. I don't know.
I have a lot of thoughts on that, and we can maybe save that for practice because I think we can just improve in those areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, it's looking a little dark and stormy out, and we have a pod.
Thunder and lightning here.
A real pod practice.
Check the radar.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we should probably wrap up here.
Yeah.
But we have a couple things that we want to get to. Maybe we won't hit all the listener questions.
Well, while we're talking about the Canada game, we can talk about the Quins, the Kins.
Yeah, let's do the play.
Oh yeah, maybe we can end on that.
Jump right into that.
We're taking a quick break to introduce the Be Ultimate Playbook presented by us, Pod Practice. This is a new recurring segment where we ask elite players and coaches to detail a favorite play. The playbook will be published in its entirety on the Be Ultimate website as a free downloadable resource. Okay, so this is our Be Ultimate Playbook segment presented by us, Pod
and
Practice.
Be Ultimate.
This is during the third place game, Canada. We're down 13-12. I'll just let it play. Quinn, I don't know if you want to talk over it at all.
Let's let it play and then we can talk over it.
Well, do a little.
Okay.
color.
So we come out H-stack here, center to nut. We get the disc to me on this rail, which is my favorite spot to be with the disc. Toby makes a good undercut to clear space, and Kins goes deep. And it's a pretty easy throw for me there. But if we want to go back to the start here, so the play, if you want to pause it real quick. So the play, I'll just kind of briefly go over the play. It's an H-stack
formation.
Yeah, it's a H-stack play, obviously. So from counting left to right, we have Denny at the 1, I'm at the 2, Toby's at the 3, and Kins at the 4 in H-stack. And basically what it is, it's kind of a decoy sweep. So Denny is going to sweep across the field, which is an active look. But that's what everybody's keyed in on, right? Like the sag goes there, they're really keyed on it. And as Denny vacates that space to that sideline, I'm faking deep, pretty chill. I'm acting like I'm inactive. And then as soon as that space clears, I punch and go under to that vacated space where Denny was. And by acting kind of like I'm inactive, like I'm just clearing, it kind of puts my defender to sleep. He feels fine playing over the top into the middle instead of kind of playing tight on me because he feels fine. And then we get it to me there. Toby comes under to clear from the 3, and Kins goes deep from wide at the 4. You can also go deep from the 3 where Toby is, but it works better if you have that extra width that Kins has from the 4. And I can basically put this anywhere. I put it a little bit in after the play. I talked to Kins. I put it a little bit in between. I kind of wanted to either shoot it far cone or just straight up the sideline. I put it a little bit in between because I was stuck on like where I wanted to put it. But I knew if I just put it in front, it was going to be a pretty chill play for Kins with his height there. So it's kind of a decoy sweep, basically.
So I guess thinking about some of the details here, They are spongy, saggy.
Mm-hmm.
So I would honestly say this is maybe not a great set to run against that, but get against a sag. But nut is
generational thrower.
Yeah, you got nut there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't throw what nut did to you. That's like almost a 30-yard gainer through a sponge. Like, here we go.
The sponge isn't super committed to stopping the lane, though. It seemed like he's like committed to the wide, but he's not super committed to like that inside.
So it's also, I guess, I don't love staring at a sag and running a set through it, but this works very well. And once you are able to get through it, you are off to the races for sure. And this, I don't know how blurry it is for you guys, but Denny here, who's making this lateral cut, this sweep, this is a really common horizontal play too. Like, you see cutters vacate space in the horizontal all the time, and for someone to fill that space laterally. So it is a good counter option as teams key in on that. And then this really is the perfect result. Another reason why, similar to the Fury play that we've gone over, it actually is not the case here, but a lot of times this defender on the rail does play off blast back help. So people on rails are running sets for them can be effective because their defender is often playing off of them.
I thought you might have undercooked it, but
a little bit. I've overshot Kins quite a few times. I've definitely changed the way I throw to Kins. Like,
he's so slow, so slow.
So
he's so good in the air and he's so tall. So I
throw it high.
At this point, I'm just like, I will miss it short for Kins every single time. And if you watched me throw this, like, there's just some like afterwards, there's some like more close up shots that are easy to see. Like, I basically throw a high release. Like, it's pretty chill. I don't step out. It's also downwind, which is something to consider here. But it's a really soft throw. Like, I nose up it. Mm-hmm. I just get it to where Kins can get it. If I'm throwing to someone else here, if I'm throwing this to Kuhlman, I would have thrown it to the right side of the end zone, like tried to throw it back cone with a little bit of
which is honestly a tougher throw downwind. There were a few puck turnovers on that downwind direction.
Yeah, but for Kins here, I'm just trying to kind of put it to space and let him make the play.
The pod practice connection.
Yeah.
Keith was kind enough to call out.
Yeah, but a couple key things too. Like, Toby does a really good job of clearing the space, cutting hard under. Where after the play, he comes up to me, he goes, "Was I open?" I said, "I didn't even fucking see you. Like, I didn't even see Toby," and he's wide open for an under. Kins does a really good job of like climbing into the space and cutting hard. And one-on-one matchup like that, it's easy money.
Toby was quite open.
Super open. but like this, like Kins makes a play on it, but that is not a hard play. That's not a hard play for Kins at all. He makes that 10 out of 10 times.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. There you have it. Your B Ultimate Playbook.
Oh yeah.
Segment. We'll call that one the decoy sweep.
Decoy sweep. Get buckets.
We might, yeah. Nut called it on the line. He might have a better name for it, but it's a decoy sweep is what I came up with.
Yeah. We definitely have a different name for it, but that's fine.
That's what you're getting now.
Do we have time for that one listener question about US Open, Vert, or should we just call it for the day? You have to get down here, huh?
Yeah, let's do it real quick. We got time.
Okay. I will pull up the email.
It's kind of dark in my house.
Dude, it's thunderstorm here.
It's kind of moody out there. Let's see what happens.
So the one question that we have time for today, from let's see, actually. Hold on, sorry. is it the Micah Anderson one? Yeah. Asked us, it seems like a lot of O-lines are playing Vert, which surprised him. He said, whenever I watch an O-line play Vert, it seems so choppy and sluggish and forced, with teams needing to grind every yard. Then when I watch teams play hoe or side stack, it seems like there's so much free space and easy unders everywhere on the field. So my first question is, why do teams at the highest level still play Vert? Or perhaps a fairer question is, what are the pros and cons? And then I'll just let you guys answer that side, that one first.
One obvious pro of Vert is you have two big lanes to work with usually. It's really, really easy to create space. And I also think it's the easiest to reset from. You always have a third reset available, a fourth reset available. Like, you can always get to the one.
For me personally, like, sometimes I wish our O-line would run Vert more. Like, it's not that you guys don't run Vert. It's just you guys do run a spread, and sometimes when we can't, when it's not working for us, it's nice to have a system to fall back on. Like, that's how I feel. Like, a Vert stack for me gets me in a rhythm, like moving the ball laterally.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even at like the highest level, Vert is still highly like usable.
I mean, truck runs Vert.
Yeah. If you do anything well and consistently, it'll work.
Right.
Truck runs their Vert so well for a couple of reasons. One is because their whole O-line is incredible throwers. It's stupid how well that they can break the mark, like, for their whole everybody on the O-line. Like, it's crazy. But they space it so well. They know what, like, pulling the stack away from the disc to create the lane, or deeper from the disc to also create lanes in front, is something that they do super well, so that people like Johnny and people like Jock can attack across the field or up and through from like dead space into active lanes is something they do really, really well. So they kind of push it a little bit deeper and a little bit more maybe off the ball to create bigger lanes. And I mean, they do it so well. But I will say, like, you do have to be able to break the mark pretty well, and they obviously do it very, very well.
A couple things came to mind when you guys were talking. Firstly, about truck, they come out in a lot of side and a lot of honestly, that T stack, I guess, is the best way to describe it. They ran a lot of that off the pull, and then whenever they fall on the Vert, they flow so fluidly that I have no idea what structure they're in. They're just moving it. It seems like for 70 yards.
They never miss a continue. Whenever someone catches it, they always have a momentum look. They always have someone there from the momentum. Whether they hit it or not, it's always there.
Yeah, and I think one key is that they do hit it. A lot of a lot of teams will just look it off, and or they're not skilled enough to throw it. One of the two. Another thing about Vert that kind of addresses what Micah's asking is like, why? Is like, why are teams running it? I don't love Vert. I love it because I've run it for 20 years, and I think that's also the reason why you still see it. It's because teams do what they've always done, and it is hard to innovate. I think there are a lot of principles that we have that we'd like to run, or that fit in any structure or lack of structure. But even at the highest level, like you're coordinating 26 people, and a subset of that, like 7 people out of those 26 who may or may not have played together for this amount of time, and like they all have some familiarity with that structure from some point in their career. And in my opinion, sometimes it doesn't matter if it's the right or wrong answer. If everybody's familiar with it, then it'll work.
I like a con that we have been running into, and This could also be a pro as well, but we kind of like when to attack from the 1 and when to attack from the 5 or the front or the back of the stack. So we kind of ran into a couple times this weekend of like getting convoluted about when it's the 1's turn versus when it's the 5's turn. So that we turned that into a con, but that's also a positive of Vert stack is you can attack from the 5 and from the 1 effectively pretty much anywhere on the field. But you just kind of have to.
The 3? Let's just attack from the 3.
Yeah, why not, right? Like, but you just kind of have to hammer down like not necessarily rules, but guidelines about like when it's each person's turn to work.
And then his second question we'll answer quickly is the defensive side. Like he was surprised how often set plays from Vert worked, like the zipper play. I think this was actually maybe at PEC, but or no, he said Nationals 2023. He was surprised how often Dig was able to run a zipper and that deep look was open. I will say right off the bat, I am also astonished that these things work over and over and that high-level players don't see it coming and don't recognize the motion right away. I think also a lot of high-level defenders are probably less experienced than you think. You know, they maybe they haven't seen it for whatever reason as often.
Just to play like devil's advocate, like I don't know what film. Where is he talking about the dig truck game? Is that what he's talking about?
From 2023 Nationals.
Yeah, I've definitely watched it, but I can't recall off the top of my head. Like, it could be that Dig or Truck's defense is prioritizing something that we don't know about.
Good point.
I also think it's harder to stop elite offenses than people think, even when they're running stupid, simple, easy plays. I think it's just fucking hard, man.
Yeah,
it really is.
You can't take away everything. Yeah.
When there's a elite offense is clicking, you can essentially do nothing. You really there's times when you're just fucked, to be honest.
Been there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Sweet. Do you want to touch on the Dig jerseys at all? He also asked what we thought about them.
I think they did a fine job with what they were given, but the sponsor thing is never going to look good. You're always going to look like a European hockey team or basketball
the blue
team.
Ones?
Yeah,
blue ones.
They're fine.
I thought they looked good.
I
think
they
were
were
fine.
clean.
Yeah, they're good. They're fine. They're not cool, but they're not bad, right?
Yeah.
We'll answer more jersey questions later.
Yeah.
Flame on.
Flame on.
All right. Shall we call it for the day?
Yeah, we got to go to pod practice, man.
Yeah, we got to go to pod practice.
Pod before pod and pod after pod.
Pod forever.
Right. I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. And
all right.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Kisses.
Beat you ultimate.